Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is 590 coming to you today. Um, this is going to be a little different than usual. We're not going to really go over the usual showing you how to do stuff video. This is more of a discussion video. And the reason I'm doing this was a couple of reasons, because I follow the producer, most of the producer community on YouTube, and the different things that go on with different ones. I'm sure any of you guys out there who are aspiring home producers or do-it-yourselfers, whatever, or just somebody trying to get some extra knowledge, there's some YouTube producer out here you're following to try and get some tidbits or something extra. And in the process of all that, there was three guys we're going to talk about today, and this is kind of a response video to MG the Future. He made a video. It's probably been a few weeks now since he made it, and it was kind of discussing a few things. And one of the things is what different producers are here for. What are you going to get from different producers? What do they bring to the table, these online producers, and why are you watching them? And I kind of sat down and thought about it. And I'm just going to talk about three in particular. And there's plenty out there, and depending on your type of music, your genre, what you're into, what you're trying to do, it might be different for you. But for me, I'm just going to go over MG the Future, CurtissKing, and BusyworksBeats. Now for me, I started on BusyworksBeats. That was where I started at, and he's a big FL Studio producer for the most part. So any of you guys out there who use FL Studio, you're probably following him, you probably look to him. Same with CurtissKing, he's big FL Studio producer. MG, the reason I originally started following him is because he did a lot of stuff in Ableton, but he does all of the different DAWs. So I just kind of, ended up kind of following the different things that he does with the different ones. But to make it so that this isn't such a long discussion, to put it in perspective, when you go to BusyworksBeats, and the reason I originally started following is because even though he produced an FL, and I'm not an FL Studio producer, the concept that he was putting out was, speaking to me. The concept of music theory and how to work the music theory. Because for those of y'all that don't know, I took piano lessons for a good part of my life when I was younger. So I know how to play the piano. I can read sheet music. It's not an issue for me. The theory of music is something totally different that you have to start to understand in order to step out of the box of just being a basically copycat, because you're playing other people's music, to forming your own ideas and coming up with your own music. And it's kind of two different mindsets, and that was one of the things that MG kind of went over, was that okay, it's a different mindset if you're just trying to play the piano, or you're actually taking music from scratch and putting it together. It's two totally different roads you're trying to go down. And sometimes they do cross each other, sometimes they go side by side, but you have to know which one to cross and at what point. Now, as far as MG the Future goes, I would say he is very, and I'm gonna use one of his words, prolific at what he does, which is show you an in-depth way to use whatever VST or program that you use. So he has this wide scope. It's almost like he comes to your studio, you have all these different instruments in your studio, and MG can come in and tell you about every single instrument, what all the knobs and whistle does, and just how to make it do whatever you want it to do. That's what MG's for. BusyworksBeats is for, you come in, you got all these instruments, okay, you had MG come in, tell you all what to do. Okay, now BusyworksBeats is going to come in and tell you, okay, this piano right here, I'm going to show you how to make this piano give you the sounds that you want it to give you sonically, what's going to blend together on this. Then I'm going to come over to the saxophone and show you what blends together on the saxophone. So he's teaching you the theory, the music theory on each one, so you can understand how these blend and then how they all blend together. That's what you're going to get from BusyWorks. Now CurtissKing, he has a little bit of both of those in what his channel gives. But at the same time, CurtissKing is like your best friend or your mom or your cousin or your dad or whoever, just whoever you can think about, who's in the background encouraging you, giving you advice, helping you along the way, trying to keep you level-headed. I mean, CurtissKing came out with a video the other day about how rappers don't need producers anymore. And it's funny he came out with that video because it's something that I believe personally has been the premise for a very long time. Just nobody really wanted to come out and say it. You know, nobody wanted to bring it to light that, hey, producers, rappers really don't need y'all anymore. And the funny thing is that even beyond rappers, there's a lot of musicians out there who don't per se need a producer. So a producer is almost becoming like a almost like a what do I call it? It's almost becoming like a luxury to a lot of musicians. Like they figure out the music, they get it all like what they think it should be and whatnot, and then they bring it to the producer if they can afford it, you know, if possible. But it's not something that they really have to do, because like he was saying, if you have the right beat, the right vocals, and they're put together correctly, it don't matter how great they're mixed, it doesn't matter how great they're produced or what backgrounds or whatever you can put in there. If the demographic that those people, that particular musician is after, likes it, that's all they need. Because then they're going to get their end goal, which I'm pretty sure most of everyone's end goal is to feed their family or feed themselves, whatever the case. That's your end goal. You're looking to feed yourself, you know, survive on your own. So for producers, you have to really think about, where am I going personally? What am I trying to get out of this? So when you choose the people you follow, the people you look at, and another suggestion is, don't try and get to following too many people looking in too many different directions, because yeah, you might be able to learn a lot from different people, but if you get to go into too many different people, your brain can't focus on one thing, one person. You can't really hone in and get a grip on one skill set with trying to go around to everybody at the same time. And with that being said, that's why I was saying in the beginning, I started off following BusyworksBeats and looking at what he was putting out in his videos, and now I've transitioned more toward MG the Future, because that's kind of where I'm at as far as my learning. And for anyone out there who is learning, you know, like I said, I would suggest not trying to follow maybe 3 to 5 at the most people that you're actually going to pay attention to what they're doing, and, you know, what they're putting out as far as their content and, you know, their teaching skill set. Because we know that YouTube is where I'm gonna say 95% of us come to when we want to know something, find something out, or learn something. It's Google or YouTube most of the time. We're going to the internet to find something. But then back to that discussion that we were talking about earlier. That's all I'm gonna say about that particular part there. But going back to that video, and it's something I've been wanting to talk about a while now. I watched the interview that the Breakfast Club had with Damian Dash, and in his interview he talked a lot about, or he had this section in there, I shouldn't say talk a lot, he had a section in there where he was talking about being your own boss and what that meant to him, and you know, having the ability to pass on something to his children, to his son, you know, and when his son wakes up, you know, his son knows that his daddy's working for himself. Or when his wife comes in, he don't answer nobody. His wife, you know, knows that he doesn't answer anyone else. It's just him. And, you know, I looked at that and I kind of took it as, you know, that's kind of where I want to be one day. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you have to understand that everyone can't get to that same place in the same area as him. So with that being said, everyone's not going to be, you know, a rapper. Everyone's not going to be a producer. Everyone's not going to be a rock star. Everyone's not going to do that. But you can be that within your own place if that's what you desire. Because some people, they're not even looking to be their own boss. Some people, be honest with you, some people don't need to be a boss. I mean, they don't need to be a boss of anything. They can't even be a boss of themselves. But if you are strong enough to where you can be to that place, you can be the person that all that falls upon, then, you know, by all means do it. But, you know, understand that it's going to take a lot. It's not going to be an easy journey. It never is an easy journey. For anyone that's out there telling you, I mean, I see a lot of people out here on YouTube too that are trying to tell you, oh, this is an easy journey. It's so easy. Just follow these simple steps. There is no get rich quick. And I try and tell people this all the time. You might have a lottery of some form that you hit. And I don't mean like the actual lottery, like you playing the lottery. I'm talking about like one hit wonders. When you think about it, they hit a lottery. They hit the music lottery because all of a sudden all these people bought into this one song that they made. So they hit a music lottery. I mean, you have people out here, I'm just go to contractors. You might have a contractor get a big contract, like a multi-million-dollar contract. He hit the contract lottery. That's what happened. Few and far between people hit the lottery, but that is few and far between. Everybody don't hit the lottery. A lot of people don't hit the lottery. A lot of people get to where they are with a lot of hard work and a lot of sweat, and that's what a lot of this YouTube information isn't putting out there. A lot of these help books isn't putting that information out there. Hard work. You have to be prepared for the hard work. I'm beginning to notice a little bit that in the network marketing industry, some of the higher level personnel, the people who've been established, are now starting to put out information saying, hey, this is going to take a lot of work. Multi-level marketing is going to take a lot of work. Before they were just saying, oh, you get in it so easy, just follow these simple steps and you'll make money. You know, that's not how life works. On any platform, you got to put in the hard work. Now, back to what I was saying about being your own boss and Dame Dash. Now, what that said to me is, because I like different things. I like mechanical things. Obviously, I like music. That's why I have this channel. I like constructing things. There's a lot of things I love to do, but I can't do them all. And there's some things I have to focus on. There's some things I have to get more time than others. And with that being said, you know, I want to pass something on to my children too. That's what it spoke to me as. I want to pass something on to my children if they desire that. You know, if they desire what I'm able to give them, hey, I'm going to pass it on. But if they don't want that, then I'm not going to force it on them. You know, I'm going to allow them to be their own person. So that's another thing too. Like, even though you may build something for your children or for, you know, the next generation, they might not be able to do that, or they might not want that. So for me, I kind of feel like I want my children to have options. And for me, the best plan for me is to be in a position to give them whatever they desire to make their own, you know, because when you think about like Dame, he's in a place where financially, if his children decide, hey, we don't want to do music, we don't want to do clothing, we want to go out and, you know, construct hotels. He has the financial ability to say, okay, I'm going to invest X amount of dollars into your financial venture. Go out and build your hotels. Show me that you want to do that. That's what you want to do. And they can go out and do that, you know, and that's the place you really want to get to where you have the ability to be able to invest in your children to what they want to do, or, you know, be able to invest in your own self as well and in your future also. But as far as the whole, you know, what you decide to do with yourself, invest in yourself, I'm gonna say that for another day because I'll be on that for another 30 minutes just talking about that by itself. But anyway, I want you guys to check out these people I mentioned in the video, MG the Future, BusyworksBeats, CurtissKing. Give them a look, give them a listen. If you learn something, that's great. because that's the whole point of YouTube. That's the point of my channel. Learning something. I don't care what it is. I want you to learn something. Even if it's, hey, that's not the way to do it. I don't want to do it that way. You learn something. That's what I want from you. Anyway, again, guys, this is 590. Thanks for watching. Till next time.